Welcome to Top Glove Boxing Academy's 25th year of existence, and our anniversary has come. I can't believe it. It's been a great journey, and I'm looking forward to going forward for another 25 years. Yeah, we started back many 25 years ago, looking for a gym, and of course that's a constant thing that we do. And Mr. Omar Gagnon from Gagnon Opticians decided to help us out, and he got Mr. Hashi at the Gold's Gym at the time to let us use his aerobic room for a couple of weeks before we could get a facility to actually train in. Long story short, we did get a facility, and it was at the top of Sudbury Steam Laundry on Oak Street. And we were there for approximately a year, and that's where we started to develop and entertain young kids, youth from our community, and that's where the legacy began, on top of Sudbury Steam Laundry. And from that point, that's where we began to develop some of the top names in Sudbury. Actually, the first two names that were registered with Top Glove, Gagnon's Top Glove Boxing Academy, were Ray Paquette and Mike Stewart. And so we actually began our journey with those two boxers. And of course, Ray dropped off and went in other directions, and now is a successful correctional officer. It's funny because I used to be one as well. Mike Stewart persevered forward and eventually won a provincial, national, and the last male to win a world championship for Canada in 1992. But that spin-off from Mike and Ray was incredible. We had an insurgence of young boxers in the community, and for example, one of our coaches, Chubby, Lionel Simmons, is a spin-off of that, and now giving back to the community. And from that, because of our numbers increasing, we needed to find a bigger facility. And at that time, it was John Scopazzi, who owned the City Lights at the time, suggested that we move into his basement. And at that point, I said, this is a great thing. At that same time, he wanted to have in his bar, challenge your friend or your buddy once a month. So the deal was we move into his basement. He uses our ring, and we set it up for him, and he does his thing, and we do our thing, and we had our events there as well. So it was a great relationship with John. And it's funny that John actually assisted us in obtaining all of our boxing equipment, including the ring here today. From there, we, like I said, we developed Michael Stewart, Phil Boudreau, Joel Gagnon, Jody Melvin, Jason St. Croix, and the list goes on and on and on. It's just incredible what and then how and who we've actually developed in the last 25 years. But unfortunately, things come to an end, and we had to move out of there, and we found a new home on Notre Dame, right next to the flower silos. And again, we set up shop and persevered and persevered and persevered. Mike Stewart basically had to go in another direction, and he pursued his schooling, which is something that we actually encourage. This is a good thing. Something that we also encourage is becoming a great citizen, and that's basically what some of our boxers actually do pursue, and help out in the community, help out during our events and that. But in Notre Dame, we developed Phil Boudreau to the Olympic level. As well, we had Casey Patton from London, Ontario, training with us because he felt that his best chances at doing well at the Olympics was training with Top Glove Boxing Academy. So really, we had two boxers at the Olympic Games in 1996. When we got back from the Olympic Games in 1996, I approached a few people. One of them was Gala from the town of Rayside Balfour, and I explained to him what the need was for Canada boxing. And his eyes opened up, and he brought me to the old Rayside Balfour High School. Long story short, it became the National Training Center with all the funding that Guy applied for, with the town of Rayside Balfour as partners, et cetera, et cetera. It was a great thing. Boxing Canada only, and Boxing Ontario and Top Glove, boxing in the city of Sudbury, prospered during that time because we had the best boxers from Canada and from around the world come to Rayside Balfour for 10 years. We had teams from the first female international competition for females. We had Canada versus Sweden, Canada versus Finland, all female. We had Canada versus Italy, Canada versus Poland, and the list goes on and on and on. It was incredible. It was a great time. And we will have that back again. Trust me, we will. I'm looking forward to that. The fire is burning again and burning hard. So. But then again, good things come to an end. We weren't producing at the Olympic level. We were producing at the other levels, the Commonwealth Games, the Pan Am Games, World Championships. But Sport Canada wanted medals at the Olympics. So they pulled our funding for the training center, and ONTC, which is Ontario National Training Center, became Top Glove again. So then we moved back from Rayside Balfour into Sudbury, and Amber Conoco, who began, first of all, as a recreational boxer in Zilda, came up to me and asked me whether she could box. And I told her that these were the issues or the requirements, and I gave her bang, 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 bang. She came back with a total plan, ready to go. She did it, and again, that's when we moved back into Sudbury, and that's where Amber went from recreational boxer to provincial champion to Canadian champion, not once, but twice. The first female to ever do that from Sudbury. Not only did she win two national titles, but she did go to the World Championships in Ningbo, China, and win a bronze medal for Canada. Here we are today. We're looking to rebuild that and rekindle that fire. It has already began, and I'm looking forward to the next 25 years, basically. Here we are in Sudbury, right in Sudbury, the old Mine Mill Hall. It's funny that we are here because back in the 80s, there was a huge boxing club, the Mine Mill Boxing Club. And as well, back in the 60s or 50s and 60s, there was a Mine Mill Boxing Club. So there's a history of boxing here in this huge auditorium, which is great because I can feel it just sitting here, thinking about all those punches that were thrown. And actually, I fought here in 1980 where they had a boxing match. I remember the guy, his name was Jim Eaton from Sault Ste. Marie. Looking forward, we need to be more proactive here in Sudbury. We've already began that process. Top Glove is now becoming a force again, going south with our boxers. Our boxers are now saying, we're boxing against Top Glove. I like that type of attitude towards us, and we're going to continue to be that forceful, if you want to call it that. And again, all of you showing your support tonight, being here, and support in the future is going to be a big benefit to the youth in our community and making better citizens in our community with Top Glove Boxing Academy.